Hello everyone, in this video I would like to show you my custom-made SSG10. I would like to introduce you to the rifle, what I have used, what I have changed, what kind of custom builds I did, and also I will, while reviewing it, I will also show you how to disassemble the rifle and then reassemble in a fast way so that you can follow also when you want to change some stuff on your own rifle. To start with the video, as you can see, I used a maple leaf stock. This is the A2 version if you look into Novritsch website. I bought from Maple Leaf directly so that I can get the green one, because Novritsch is only selling the black one. I would definitely recommend, even though it's actually pretty heavier than the A1 version, the A2 version is much more stable and you feel much more accurate when you're playing with it, because it's such solid, stable stock. If you move to the mid side, I have the basic default Novritsch scope. This is 3x7 scope. I am very happy with it, even though the eye relief is not that good. I am kind of okay with it. For the price, it gives you a nice range and nice clarity. Below on the rifle, I have here a dummy piece to hold up the spare magazines. This piece is sold separately. As I said, this is a dummy piece. Just if you do not want to carry additional magazines on your belt or any place, you can put this on and you can carry one single magazine with this dummy plastic magazine carrier. When we move a little bit to the front, as you can see, I used here this M-Lok metal steel bipods. These bipods, I honestly love them because they really look very nice and it's very easy to operate. Even with a single hand, you just push it, put to the place, and then again pull it, put to the right place where you want to have it. From the outside, as you can see, I'm using the short barrel. This is the Action Army short barrel, because the way I play is more on the agility and hiding. I do not want a very long barrel. On top of that, also a very huge suppressor. From my perspective, suppressor brings a lot, yes, but at the same time, as contrary to what it's bringing, you are losing a lot of space and agility when you are playing. Since we are fine and finished with the outside of the rifle, we can start immediately by taking the bipods out and disassemble the rifle to see what we have inside. Now that we took out the bipods, we now need to unscrew these two to take the scope out. In order to take apart the stock from the outer barrel, we have 3 screws to unscrew. 1, 2 and 3. After taking those 3 screws out, we can basically pull out our stock from the upper receiver. What I would like to show you in the stock as an additional information is that you can see some foam pieces that I covered all in the rifle. This is to make the echo go away and have the rifle a bit more silent. I am going to make another video on how to make your sniper more silent, but these foams are already that what you can do. Cut some pieces and fill all the gaps on the front side, and also if you unscrew these two, you can access the rear stock and fill also some foams inside. Now we have the outer barrel and the upper receiver in our hands. Now we need to unscrew first this little screw for releasing the outer barrel from the upper receiver. After that, to get the trigger unit out of the upper receiver, we need to unscrew 1 and 2 screws. Now that we have taken out all our screws, we can take our trigger unit out, put it aside, take our cylinder out of the upper receiver and unscrew our upper receiver. In order to take our inner barrel out of the outer barrel, we need to do a couple of things. First, we need to take the cap out of the outer barrel. Since I have the TDC top dead center modification, which I'm going to explain also in another video, I need to unscrew this pin. Next, we need to take the hop-up block out. For that, you need 2.5mm Allen key and unscrew 1 and 2. Normally, you will find in the original SSG2 one more screw exactly right here, which changes the hop-up measure. I have the TDC upgrade mode, that's why I took that part out, so I have only 2 pieces to unscrew, but you have to unscrew that also. If you have done it, now you can take the hop-up unit out of the barrel. As you can see, also on the inner barrel, I have some foam, my barrel spacer and another foam. This is due to be used as reducing the noise and echo that comes from the rifle, and also that these foams act also as a barrel spacer, which helps the stabilizing the inner barrel. If you take these all out, you will see here 300mm Crazy Jet 6.04mm inner barrel. This is a precision inner barrel that works very well with Maple Leaf Autobot 60 degrees hop-up packing. I'm not going to open the hop-up at the moment because I'm going to do another video, more detailed video on the hop-up rubber and also the TDC mode right after these videos. But let's move on to the other pieces. The next piece we are going to look at is the cylinder. This is the original SSG10 cylinder I have. The only changes I've done is inside. So with a tool like this, you can open the cylinder head, or you can use a piece, a custom made piece. This is a piece from Tridos Design, which helps you to unscrew your cylinder head very easily. Once the cylinder head is out, we take our piston out, our spring and spring guide. Two things I changed here. This spring guide is from AirsoftPro. It fits actually better with the Novritsch and it works very well. What I used is a plastic that is used by the electricians normally in order to isolate electrical contacts between two wires. This plastic you can cut in, and with a heat gun you can shrink it, and then it is going to fit very nicely and stick onto the spring guide itself. The idea is again to make the rifle a bit more silent so that the spring does not hit metal and make these high notes when you fire the gun. The only thing that you need to remember is that the spring has to move very smoothly on the plastic piece that you put in. Some people also use some Coca-Cola cans or some cans, metal cans to do it. I find this method much easier and also much more convenient. The details will follow in the silent SSG10 video that I'm going to shoot the next. The other thing I have changed is the piston head's sorbo pad. So the piston head itself is original from Novritsch, but I attached the sorbo pad from Leilax to make the gun again more quiet. Please remember, each of the silencing modifications that you do on the gun is going to actually make you lose some FPS. All of these things will cut 3 or 5 FPS from here and there, so you need to be knowing exactly what you are cutting. The piston is the same that comes with the original SSG10. I think this is a very interesting design. Some people like it, some people don't like it, but I like the front part where actually Novritsch has designed it to push the air as much as possible without leaking or without having any air at the behind of the piston. From my perspective, this is a very good design and I like it, and it fits so well with the original trigger, cylinder and the piston head. So how the piston works is very compatible within the rifle itself. The last thing that we will look is the trigger unit. This is also the original SSG10 trigger unit. I didn't do many updates. The only thing I did is to take out the safety pin, because I believe it's not a very necessary in a manual bolt action sniper to have a safety pin. You just basically can load it or unload it. There is no automatic shooting, and some sanding that I am going to show you in my next video, which is the smooth bolt pull modification. Besides that, this is a 90-degree SSG10 original trigger unit that works very well with the cylinder and the piston and the spring guide that I showed you. So we have showed all the pieces that we disassembled in this gun, in this rifle, and I showed you all the modifications or all the changes I have done to it. It's now time to reassemble it. I am going to reverse my steps that I took to disassemble the gun and quickly reassemble it. Now that we have completed our assembly, we can say the final words. Out of the box, SSG10 from my perspective is a very good rifle. Why did I spend so much money on many other upgrades is the reason was to test SSG10 first and then see how we can even outperform what Novritsch actually put inside. The TDC mode, the new Crazy Jet barrel, and also the trigger unit smooth bolt pull mods are the only mods that I can actually recommend you all to do. Stock does not change any performance. The shorter outer barrel or the shorter 300mm inner barrel, you will actually lose some FPS. But if you bring the TDC mode and also the Crazy Jet barrel, your accuracy will raise very high. I hope you enjoyed my video and my review. Please do not forget to leave any comments, your other ideas that we can test and check together. And please do not forget to subscribe to my channel. See you in the next video. Bye bye.